In this episode, we're going to show you this gorgeous 1.6 carat round French Pave tulip basket engagement ring. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Bonnie with bybonnie Jewelry, where I talk about all things diamonds. Okay, so for those of you who have been following me on Instagram, you know that we have one of our signature collection called the Tulip collection. So today I'm really excited to show you that we did a twist to this tulip ring. We actually had it custom to a French cut pave tulip rather than our signature petite pave tulip. So for those of you who don't know what a French cut band is and all this stuff, I'm gonna get into the details of talking about it. But just a little, I like to talk about a little bit about backstory, how I met the client. So definitely, I think we met on YouTube. He reached out to me saying that his fiance, or soon to be fiance now, still girlfriend, or maybe, I don't know. He's gonna propose soon, so. Yeah, so they reached out to me and they fell in love with our tulip design. And I want to mention, before we get into the details, a lot of these details that we do in our rings that are as custom as you are seeing it right now, a lot of times those things you can't translate online, especially with just like a computerized photo, right? A lot of these things are handmade. So we, started the conversation. I gave him some details of like different diamonds, options, and things like that. But in the end, you kind of have to have a little bit of faith because the computer model, which I'm going to show you really quick right here, it gives you an idea of the kind of like the structure of the ring, right? But all the handwork that goes into it and setting the pave diamonds and everything, it goes, after you do the base model. So a lot of those things you can't see online and on just photos, so kind of gives you an idea of how we do things. So step one would be helping you choose the center stone, and I usually like to do a lot of like HD videos live on hand, explain to you the difference in the color and the clarity, so you can kind of see how it compares versus like if you're just Googling online or scrolling on different websites seeing different options. It's really hard to tell which one sparkles more than the other. I give you my opinion on that. And step two would be coming up with the design and fine-tuning. So I'm really excited to show you close up. Be ready. She is a size 3.75, so I can't show it on hand, but it's really, I can't like push it all the way down, but it came out just absolutely stunning. And I'm going to show, all the design, close up of the design and everything, and talk about it. So make sure you watch it all the way through. Let's get a close up of this amazing custom platinum tulip French cut pave ring. Okay, so here in the center, we have a GIA certified ideal cut hearts and arrow 1.6 carat. The color is G, which is near colorless, and it's VS2 in clarity. And you can see that it's a very, very clean VS2. No visible inclusion anywhere. So for those of you who have seen this similar tulip design elsewhere and start to think, okay, what's the difference between your tulip and someone else's tulip? Here we did 2mm band, and how our tulip is different than what you see in other places is how delicate we're actually able to make the leaves and everything on the band, and more seamless and less metal. Not only do we polish the entire inside of the basket to make sure that it sparkles through with no rough metal underneath, we also polish in between the leaves, and that is a lot more detailing than a lot of the other rings of similar design that I have seen. And also here, this is our specialty French cut pave. And for those of you who don't know what a French cut pave is, basically it's a style of setting that's meant to have the least amount of metal showing possible. And that's a really difficult type of style to do. Ours is handmade versus a lot of I've seen a lot of people try to copy this French cut with the machine, and it just doesn't come out right. You have to actually hand etch every single one of these grooves, and these V shapes actually allow you to see more of the diamond from the side profile. That, you know, gives you that illusion of like the whole thing being completely seamless, and kind of the diamonds are like dancing. You don't see any metal showing on top, and you see very like no gaps in between each small diamond. And so that's what we're trying to achieve here for that look. Okay, here's a close-up of how it looks on hand. And as you can see, the sparkle going all around the stone as I'm turning it 360 degrees. You can just see how amazing that is. Let's look at it from the side. You can see the tulip and then the French pave. Amazing. Okay, so I wanted to show it to you how it looks on hand, like in this scale. The finger size is 3.75, so I'm not able to show it to you on the ring finger, but at least you can see the proportion, how a 1.6 carat looks. I'm about a size 5, 5.5. Kind of have universal like finger size, so I can fit a 6, 6.5. But I just wanted to show it to you like how it looks on. I think it's really important to make sure that you get a well-cut diamond so it will sparkle from all of the different angles, rather than say get a really large stone that are not cut well. Look at the sparkle from all of the different angles. Now I'm gonna pull back a little so you can kind of see. Isn't that amazing? And what I love about this type of design is that you can down the line, you know, go with either a matching wedding band, or you can do something a little bit more unique. That's totally fine. Thank you so much for watching this custom Tulip 6-prong platinum French cut pave video. If you love this ring, or you're looking for just a true custom process, making sure that you have someone like me on your side, picking your center stone, walking you through the whole process so you don't have to do it alone, make sure you reach out to me, okay? All my information are below. You can DM me, text me, email me, whatever it works for you. And don't forget to follow me on social media at bybonnie Jewelry on Facebook and Instagram. Did I say subscribe to my channel? I hope you already subscribed, okay? I look forward to talking to you in my next video. Bye.